Fast forward, any come over channel is a small Sahasi, a FunnTV GH. Political stories are training because making headlines. And a Jim Rene DB Exomo Ewa. Need him young Brazils and a AD Kanya. Or Madia Sobit subscribe to the channel. Hit on notification bell, no mami. Share na afi afofronso ensa intumi enkabin ya mishra onyo kese se otimi ayensa ede amami na yemu wura yensimu o political highways ni so nya asem koto akra na enwanwa se Kelvin kwaptela ebitimi ebiena no aka bibi etia eye ono ankasa amayoku a de bia no otrane channel so ekasa ede mawo mo na we see no otimi resend hard ewo Mahama so any NPP I beg your pardon NDC mpayimphobia so a enya simkoto akra wo kanyina na se so mo madwene yam se platform wo si eyamode ade a nene abrobi na modi se mo pe baby ayemo politics mo campaign ayem propaganda na ene manka sa mo ko bi TV stations na mo dia mo beye na some okay ama ye ho adwire ne a chese enwon wa yi pa because tela inimse wo de NDC fo achi na wodi a de bia no o expose ye NPP fo na wo susuja edigu musem echi na ne de ba ne say table na say ye attaining ye mo ra na so ye enhwene ye ko ene ne ba hye no so am say ha FunnTV GH.
The NDC to understand more and more NDC I'm saying this today from John Mahama Oyemu leader, because right now he is the leader of the NDC, to who will become the chairman, to the last grassroots person in the NDC. This my platform is not for you. Mesa Kanibim. From John Mahama Oyemu leader, to the last person in the NDC. This my platform does not belong to anybody. And this platform is never going to do NDC bidding. It is our NDC. Now I will say this platform is for NDC. If the NDC could be a radio station. If the politicians in the NDC say they have the best people to speak their matter for them, could be a TV. More XY TV, Julius Debradia, more Radio Gold, and I say NDC Nidia, more more radio station, more chairman there, more a lot of radio NDC for there. Go there and propagate your message.
Sika abaye 4G. Sika immigration 4G, custom 4G. Sika oko post officer, taxi ejo. Abayin etua ojijini nyina every single day no. Sa sika no abayin jijia sika no koto eye Ghana Commercial Bank. Sa Ghana Commercial Bank no e wo se sika no duru a omosa e wo sika no chi ema sika no koda Bank of Ghana. Every say Bank of Ghana no eye wo enemy yedia. Before election 2020, and I'm back at you say the Auditor General Dumelivo Echo Edian, a Ghana Commercial Bank Echo ye Edian, Bibia ye freno Edian audit. Now Omoko Ghana Commercial Bank Echo ye audit no. Omo who say Ghana etwa yajijini nyina no emu bia yira. Na sikane nam kwaso a efri ko Ghana Commercial Bank e wo say ye wo so edikodu Bank of Ghana no. Sa space no 52 billion. Time and America has over $12 billion. Inti me kaiwa sasika we nyina John Mahama say oba bebu some questions o. Inti na me ka say abane ekoto no it is beyond de ohunu no. I say to aba ye de begigi Ghana. Inti abana ekoto these are some of the reasons inti also ekoto aba. Sata na Kedofurata and finance minister. Sa time no na Ekufuado and president. Sata na Baumia na the head of economic management team. Sa time 2020 right before elections no Dumelivo be catch am say sika no ohu ade achi an pam Dumelivo. Now letter ni nie ye na breaking story we wa ha. In fact Loud Silence Media we broke this story first. Nipa bebre didi yatam and e catch Ghana for say Kedofurata Ewura Ghana Commercial Bank akwa wia 52 billion Sa Ghana Commercial Bank sika na ofire no Ghana eto a yede kodien Bank of Ghana. Now, what happened in the say? Ken Oforiatta finance minister. Sika ana eto a yegege ne Ghana de bia yede ko bank Ghana Commercial Bank no. Oni hu adien dwuma bia ni se okden nsakoka. Eni mpo se okobisa Ghana Commercial Bank for se sika we yesen enye ne dwuma no no. Eye sika eye mene woto enti bebi a wo se ende no eye Bank of Ghana. Ken Oforiatta adwuma ne se oti aban mu. Ye hia sika ya ade bia na watro was sign na accountant general enso assign no mo yama sika ya gege se eto no oni se ode ne nsakoka eni se okobusa ho asem. Now the CNN say in 2020 before elections no sa 52 billion those times no in Ghana cedis no na $12 billion sa sika no Dumelivo eko Ghana Commercial Bank ko hwe mo kra say sika we ayira na sika no wen ebesi nne ye hu sika no etu kan Auditor General's report in the statement o make here na o say ma men kan chiro de ndwe ni we nkichire mu anda Ekufuado nyoma esi no eni ntina o say John Mahama ba because asika we nyina o say ebusa Ken Oforiatta any Bank of Ghana any omo di sika de say efa he because ebesi nne nobody has given us an exact answer. Maybe at 52 billion. So all the call dollars in 2020 about $12 billion. Sasi can be a fire. Ever seen there? A twice a or Ghana NPP abayo. A 52.3, a 52.5 billion. 500 dollars to Yakubu. I'm telling you. Nasi can be 52.5 billion. Sa 5 na day no etumi tutu Yakubu ma Yakubu entuma ne jalabia nyina tumi yira. Now, this is what the Auditor General said, and these are facts. Obi a wo NPP bia tumi contest facts we because e kan obi ne person John Mahama ba power. Ebebusa se sasika we wan a fire. O check here reference number na ho EID B line AUD 207. Transfers of tax revenues by GCB to unknown sources. 52.5 billion. Calculation in Chechiremu na mechira no ne akwenim. We nyina yere kira wade kudienti also to abatia NPP ene baomia. Ade kudienti Ekufuado pese osato aso na enie because on pese e ba be hu bebi asasika we faye. Enitina mo say montuma baomia, enitina Oforiatta mo say montuma baomia, enitina NPP because omo mu di sika no, omo na ende omo ye montuma baomia, Ekufuado mpesa aban besesa. Because aban sesa ye bebusa se sika we ewen. We read the document now, this is what it says. Ya we da by ya refresh your adwene. Team, stay with me. This is what the document says. Or say, Regulation 12 of the Financial Administration Regulation 2004 stipulates, and I quote, a person entrusted with custodial duties for public and trust money shall protect public and trust monies against unlawful diversion from their proper purposes and against accidental loss, and locate such money so as to facilitate the efficient and economical discharge of public financial business. End of quote. Auditor General answer na obeka se sika we ayira na adekudienti a obusa se sika we wo heno no. O say emra bi wo ho a e kire se wo ye Ghana ni na wo ye aban adwuma na se e aban adwuma na wo ye na ye de aban sika ahya won sa e ye asede anase emra ne hyew and okotu e de e regulation 12 no. O say Ghana emra ne hyew se agege aban eto e de mawa e ye wasede se obebo ho ban e ye wasede se sika ne emfa baby e wasede se sika ne ebusa ubetumi eyi ano asesen abo ano amane sipi e ye wasede se obebo sika no ho ban ma ebi yira na se wentumi anya saa e wo se Ghana mra ne wudi we eye Auditor General inti answer na obeka na no asem no odinkan kire emra emma ne tumi se omusa Ghana Commercial Bank se 52.5 billion Ghana cedis. Those times na ye $12 billion no na afa inti ohwemu a Auditor General no dumelivo those times no na ogina Ghana mraso a eye the Auditor General's Act no e de ebusa saa sika no dimechi ye dwudwam. Now, ode emrane to ho wie no say, afi obebusa sika no ho asem. I say, the Ministry of Finance, in its quest to improve government revenue, engaged your services for the collection of tax revenue across the country. I see, Omo say Ministry of Finance, I can ofurata da no. Omo say omo pese omo buana aban sikasam entoto ye ekoye. Inti omo ne mo Ghana Commercial Bank. Omo say omo kan montuma sieni. Omo ne mo kan tuma sieni edi dwuma bi. Ebo.
Fast forward, the moment I was watching my chinting, I FunnTV GH. Political stories are training me with make headlines. Nigeria need the reaction. Need you now brush him and net a day can. So we can subscribe to the channel. Hit on notification bell, share now from so answer into me. Need you now brush him your moon writing sim. When I bought a political highways in the swap, kept me quite ill and I'm no casse. And I say, a brand assassin and more yes only. Because need you see be a cassa at the NDC and so and at the table no 10 year. On one can say being an unpo ADG John Dramani Mahama any NPP phobia NDC phobia atema just a win on crowd on Tiasi. At this point in time, Kalkume and Kwenu, Yemura came tell us way, Yenko and India. Shansom Zaha, a FunnTV GH.
Ghana Sika Samo buying. Auditor General Brofono, the sort of Brofo Chairman. Umbra no meju jumun chain say. In Auditor General say, a finance ministry can ofurata say, onemo akamutia bohon, sebio, moko edi juma bom, samubabo Ghana Sika Samo buying. In the first place, the question is the finance minister, does he have the right? What is actually forcing the finance minister to work with Ghana Commercial Bank? That is not his job. The revenue we are collecting, it is not the responsibility of the finance minister to work with Ghana Commercial Bank to make sure say our revenue has ended up at the right place. No, his job is at the Ministry of Finance. Bayenko yenim. Auditor General was say, to ascertain the integrity of the banking arrangement, we conducted a reconciliation of the flow of funds from the transit accounts into the designated Bank of Ghana holding account. Or say, Auditor General, 2020, or say, way before elections, 2 months or 3 months before elections, or say, okay, or say, Omo abwejuma ahwehwe nkratemu na omo hwehwe nkratemu no omo hu se eye ade a friend transit account si agege tax ni nyina daily port den account na e Bank of Ghana no e Ghana Commercial Bank no eye ye friend sa account no transit account adekudie tie friend transit account no say sika no duru a na sika no afem na akọ Bank of Ghana. Now, Auditor General catch Ghana Commercial Bank say, Oma ye juma hwehwe nkratemu hu say, sika eba eye Ghana Commercial Bank na nkeni se obiade ne nsaka na efiri ho eko Bank of Ghana no sika no BBS. Omo hwehwe mu no sika no BBS. Na okore nim no say, our examination of the transit account bank statement in relation to tax revenue shows that your bank, contrary to the agreement for the funds to be transferred into designated Bank of Ghana holding accounts, transferred a total of 52.5 billion. I'm rounding it up now. 52.5 billion into unknown sources. Unknown sources over the under review. Almost say. Auditor General Chokoma Ghana Commercial Bank say, "Afi ye be hwehwe mo nkratemu no. Ye hu se sika ya jeje etwa ya jeje efri Ghana Post, Ghana Airport, Ghana DND revenue ya jeje ni nyina no. Ye de ba mo ho se mo fa sa sika no empia so na enko Bank of Ghana no. Emu $52.5 billion cedis ayira. Emu 52.5 billion cedis. Auditor General say ohu na sika no obusa Ghana Commercial Bank say ewo hia almost say ewo eko unknown source. Unknown source no eno ne he. How can 52.5 billion in 2020. And yes, how can that money just disappear into unknown source? Into Auditor General say, Sika no wahi. Or and then I'll say, the table below provides the summary of type of revenue transferred to unknown sources, the details of which is provided in our web portal. Into Osadi table can actually the amount of money specific agencies are. Yajiji revenues are call Ghana Commercial Bank. But the main thing we are talking about here, and say the Auditor General acquire an audit our Ghana Commercial Bank no menewo your taxes na yetiano the year 2020 no 52.5 billion. Tie in 2020 na Ghana dollar no so also 52.5 billion now we have $12 billion. And because dollar na asaya ba bedru ha no and also 52 billion cedis unya $3.2 billion. You see how the depreciation when we see biankofo say economy no. Just in 2020, 52.5 billion no o convert to dollars ma na almost $12 billion. And the same 52.5 billion Ghana cedis no o convertible dollars are $3.2 billion, meaning it has lost about close to $9.3 billion. And that is the amount of depreciation, how our economy has been affected, how the dollar has gained strength in a space of less than 4 years. The dollar has gained so much strength. In 2020, Sikana 52 billion, Ghana cedis now 12 billion, and they say 52.5 billion, 3 billion. So what would Sibia Sikana say? Our money is trash under this fool calling himself an economic waste kid. And this is what you have been talking about. In Tisasika way, it is part of the reason why in Tia. Debia betna ni akacha say monto aba ema John Mahama na ombra because ono waka or say he is coming to retrieve your money for you. How do you retrieve the money? The people who are in charge of the money, they have to answer questions. That's how we can get our money back. In the election, we know it is Ghana against these thieves, Ghana against these criminals. Mema Kwasi bin dadao, Mema Jimmy bin dadao say I and NPP. Adikudientia ekufu ado taiba o miachi ni nyina say saa sika we mu nya onim say wanhwe yi a eye de oforiata mo ebi mu ebeden ebeko jail and say oma bawomia power what make ekufu ado power. We need this money back. Where calculation 1 and na make sure no Mr. P, are we good? Where calculation and na make sure mo into ma bumfu ye ginim how bad our currency is now. All right, so calculation and you know story abeda osisia me besa me kaio eni dum sono companies are almost supply electricity IPPs sebio omuna omo eboa ema yenya inyinum kanea no asama abeda won say aban we de Ghana ka the companies we ka $259 million. It means to say companies beye miensa yanhwe ya omobedum omo machines ni nyina me no ka say munya more experience dum so na ewom for almost 3 months now. Na ye media ni bi no omo agimi ye konkonsafo ye media ni bi titru akamfo media no ye jimi ene ye konkonsa ene ye yiyi munti dum so ekoso Ghana enso bia so nka ho asem but ye nyina ye bebre sa toys me and 9 nom kotena kufu enim na no busebusa kufu question no they never asked anything about galamsey sa nkwasiafo na hye ye ntuma free Kumase so kwa interview kufu no kwa metanko preko reference kwa medinkra ene ejimifo na wi ni application na oti wuntumi no sa nkotena kufu enim no ade a ehia wo no so musa ho asem musa mo ejimi musa galamsey ho asem musa den musa dollar no ho asem Omo musa unemployment ho asem. Omo musa eye corruption. Omo musa nipa ye kum omo. Omo musa eye dum so a light no engine so. Omo musa de ehia de ehia omo no omo ko gina Kufuor ni musa no efiri say omo hu ni say mo agimi. Yase Kufuor is a statesman. In his statesman, he speaks on everything that concerns the state. Everything that at the end of the day is going wrong. A million things are going on are wrong. But these fools sat in front of Kufuor to ask him unnecessary, stupid tribal questions because their focus was Yama Kufuor kasa na yenuanama santifoni binka say, hey, Yaba pa Kufuor kasa inti ye Jimmy Kotwaba ade onkoye wo hono no. The target was the Ashantis. It wasn't Ghanaians. And this would see a conversation na sa inyan no ko gina Kufuor nim na omo ne to e kasa na. You could see clearly that conversation wasn't made for Ghana. That conversation was targeted at yenuanama santifoni bi omo Jimmy because omo will say Dr. Bawumia bedi eyedien asantimem 16 days onya support bia. Sesia no asantifo no enyansafo de ni ate. Asantifo mebunu no omo ni ate na omo njimi no omo se da kwasiade we omo nye. Enti ye pe bibia jinja asantifo ni bi emomo pia abontina koto aba. O di omo ye. Enti omo ka say okay ende mo mian Kufuor ho na yen hye ne Kufuor nko di NPP ho nkomo na onka ncha santifo say yen nkoto ma NPP anto a chese yen fantwa ye fruma san kwasiade no mkoye no. It wasn't about Ghana. It was about trying to convince the foolish ones omo asantimemu say Kufuor kasa enti yen nkoto aba ma NPP omo refi say omo koto ama NPP no omo koto ama Ekufuado. Sankwasiafo ekwatena Kufuor nim obi amusa about any developmental project and the adentina na ban esiso a wo ntuma anye if he has a problem with it. Ba wo ga check Kufuor say Kufuor kan kire say or statistic project Kufuor kratena o menim ntuma about one project ono Kufuor ya otumi complete year in 8 years. For 8 years Kufuor gire jimi for we nim ntuma kan chom say me ye
timam no was say oje metintin ewo ha da se ne so body ndi adum bidum ne yensen hiem na yemfa de chensi ensan enso aha ayi FunnTV GH.